in the meantime, after you completed your Osgoode LLM, when exactly did you learn about how the process works, about like the OCIs or in-firms?
So about the OCIs, I'll tell you one thing. Osgoode is very good at keeping you up to speed with the OCIs. Like, you know. So I remember when we started the program manager, I think it was Michael Tam, he would, like, because you have the professional recruiters, they'll tell you about these things. It's Osgoode Professional Development. And so there's Michael, and I've forgotten her name now, she's the head of the program. They would like come in and then talk to us about the OCIs. So I started knowing about the OCIs when I got there. Fortunately for me, I didn't know like the month, because I got to Canada in August, and they were just doing the OCIs, I think September, October, but I didn't know at that period. So I missed that cycle. I didn't apply for the 2018, 2019 cycle because I didn't know it was new. But the next cycle, and once you start doing the program, Osgoode is very good at keeping you abreast. You register, you go on the portal, you can see applications and cycles that are open. And I bet I must have spent like, every day just doing resumes, applying to that thing, making sure it's good. I had a couple meetings with Michael Tam, just to sit down and, talk about my resume, like what you need to change. And I remember one of my meetings, Michael had told me, he's like, you have to be more, because where I'm from, we don't do too much. With resumes. And he's like, you have to put in, deals that you've worked in, transactions that I don't know if it's the same thing in jurisdiction where you're from. Okay. So he's like, you have to be able to put in, your experiences, so that way you can be able to showcase and highlight, different things that you've done. So I did all of that. Michael was very helpful. And you submit the applications. I found out about VI portal, like just things that, you just don't know, but then you start to know just because you took the course at Osgoode, or I don't know, I think now information is starting to get publicly available. But then I think for me, the course, just doing that master's at Osgoode really helped me, because I started to know things that I didn't ordinarily know and I didn't actually anticipate. But when I got into the course, I started thinking about it, and I was like, okay, you know what, it's fine. I can actually do this. And, this is what you do to get to where you want to be. And I must have had like a bunch of meetings with Michael. I kept going back and forth, just going into his office, sitting down, drafting my resume. And something about, the Canadian legal process, it's your cover letter. Like, I would say it is the most important thing that you want to make sure that you get right. Like, your resume it's your bio, but your cover letter is your story. That's the way I see it. It's like, what is the story behind this bio that we're looking at? So I remember Michael was telling me, just focus on your cover letter. You have to keep working on it. And I kept doing that, and I kept applying for different positions. I would say that I probably was doing something wrong. Maybe I was doing, too many things, because I applied for the 2018. The 2018, 2019 cycle. I didn't get any. I got some, feedback or, resumes there, but we would, be going with other candidates, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't get anything that year. So, well, all good anyways.
So that year you applied for articling, not for summer?
Yeah. No, not for summer. So at the time I was just focusing on articling, and I didn't finish. So when I finished the master's I finished my master's in 2018. That's when I started doing my NCA, and I wanted to get a job as well. So I started applying for legal assistant, law clerks. I wanted to do something that wasn't too far off from my background that I'd had. I was also looking at compliance officer roles, because I have a bit of experience in compliance and corporate law as well. So I focused most of my energy on doing that, and I was going for a lot of interviews and just trying to find the right place that I felt like I wanted to be, because I know it wasn't at the time, I wasn't focusing on doing the articling at that point, because I just wanted to get a job that would, align me with doing something that I wanted. And I didn't want to I know a lot of people say, oh, you have options, you can do the LPP, you can do the articling, or you can get an exemption. So I just put it in my mind. I had like a ranking. I was like, first is to get an articling. And if I don't get an articling, I'll do the LPP. And if I don't do the LPP, I will get an exemption. But first off, while I'm trying to, start my NCAs and do that, I wanted to get a job in a field that would take me one step closer when I wanted to apply for those jobs that I was looking at in corporate firms.
I see.